are paying a very high price.
Those are beautiful words. I guess the part that makes me so proud to be an American is the America I know, the America I believe in, the America I hope for. And when I see how we treat the immigrants in this country it's how we treat the people that can't have a voice for themselves.
Right.
Is the mark of a compassionate country. And I think America needs to be kind again. And that's the lesson, I think, what you're saying in your book.
Indeed. And we are. We just need to get rid of these politicians who twist it all and who really exploit the fears of a minority, because it is a minority.
Mm-hmm. It is a minority. I travel the country and I'm around the country and I see the good stories.
Yes.
I do see the paranoia, all that stuff. And I hate to say it, a lot of it is brought up by the media. I mean, look at what La Opinion said.
Oh my God, it was so...
We talked about that.
Yes, the marches, May 1st, we had 30,000 people marching downtown. We had people marching in literally every city in the country. Small, medium marches, people mobilizing, people who closed, hundreds of businesses were closed.
And they weren't paid protesters, right?
No. Maybe according to Trump. Anyway, but we try to cover that with the sense of what the people that are marching have, which is a sense of saying here we are united. We want people to recognize what we do for this country. Yeah. And then our front page was a picture of the march, and it said "Unidos, Juntos," or "United," right? Yeah. So I opened the LA Times, I take the LA Times, and the story on the front page was LAPD was able to control, to keep the peace or something like that. I'm thinking, why does the LA Times put this in the front? Why is this news? The LAPD is the police department, it's supposed to keep the peace. Yeah. This is not the news. So they essentially made the whole immigrant march disappear from the front page of the newspaper completely. And that's what they want to do to us. They want us to disappear. So but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
No, we did the movie Day Without a Mexican.
Yeah.
And I really see it's true. I could not, even growing up, my family employed an undocumented maid. My brother was born with a heart problem. My mother had to stay home with my brother. The maid helped us have my father work.
Yes.
And helped us, and it was necessary. And because of it, we became middle class.
Millions of Americans depend on the work of the immigrant people who work in their home. And that makes it possible for the middle class
to maintain a middle class lifestyle.
To maintain that lifestyle. And people don't talk about this.
Well, thank you. So, Pilar, great to have you here and to celebrate your life and what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing and tell the story the Latino story from the inside out.
All right, cool.
Keep doing it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Now, this is our next guest. This is another woman who rules. Growing up, our next guest wasn't quite sure what she wanted to do. She became an actual intern. She started working as an intern at 17 to pursue a career in media. Being an intern really helps you get anywhere in Hollywood. Let me tell you something. The two ways you can get in Hollywood: work for free, you'll get a job. Or bring in money and pay for a job. Those are about the two ways that really work. But being an intern is a great way. But now this native works as a senior producer of the Ryan Seacrest Show on KISS FM. How many listen to Ryan Seacrest in the morning? I do. I listen to it a lot. She's worked with Miley Cyrus. She developed her own jewelry line. And this jewelry line, Miley Cyrus wore a piece of jewelry on her body. It was taken in a photograph, and her jewelry line blew up. Another thing about her that people don't know, this is a woman who rules, and it's a producer for KISS FM, Ryan Seacrest. She did a petition that MAC stores, now the women will know this, you all know what MAC makeup is, right? Yeah. Okay, women will know this, a few of the men. Okay, so MAC makeup. She's the one who did the petition that MAC would create the Selena line of makeup. And that line came out and was a resounding success. This is Patty Rodriguez. Take a look at this clip.
My name is Patty Patty Rodriguez, and I'm a senior producer for the Ryan Seacrest radio show on KISS FM.
On our way to a meeting here at the radio ranch. I understand we have a new visitor, Alexander Katie.
In a nutshell, I work with a team of producers to create content and just create a good show that all the mates just love. It's a very small group of people, and we just, we know each other like family. We spend probably more time with each other than we do with our own families. We have a really good relationship. He surrounds himself with a team that he trusts.
But in spite of her successful rise within the radio ranks, Patty's passion for self-expression took an unexpected turn that eventually fulfilled one of her biggest dreams.
Miley Cyrus is the one that started everything. I was looking for a necklace, or I wanted a necklace that had, the city that I grew up in, and I wasn't gonna find it anywhere, so I decided to make it myself. The girls at work and the guys were like, "Where'd you get it?" "Oh, I made it." And they're like, "Can you make me one too?"
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Patty Rodriguez. Sit down, Patty. You're definitely a woman who rules. It's amazing. A producer on Ryan Seacrest. Now, I listen to Ryan Seacrest every morning with my wife and kids. We go, when I'm dropping off the kids with her. And I hear the one thing you have on that show, Ryan's Roses. And they call people up. Have you guys heard this? Ryan's Roses? You guys like it? Yeah. Well, it's like watching a train wreck. I hate to say it. Once I hear it, I go, okay. Oh, because there's always a woman calling up going, I'm feeling my husband might be cheating on me or something like that. Or sometimes it's a man calling about his wife. And all of a sudden, they call someone up, and the thing is, hey, we're calling from such and such, Roses, and we're offering a free, you don't have to pay any money at all, just who do you want to give roses to? It's a classic setup. So the guy says, I want to give it to, hopefully, send it to my wife. But many times they don't. They'll say, send it to, Shaniqua, Clarissa, Maria, whoever, but, never the wife. And the wife gets on the phone and goes, who are you sending this to? And the fireworks start. How did that start happening?
I don't know.
Excuse me, Rick?
Yeah.
Your mic's not on.
Oh! Is the mic not on?
No?
Now it's on.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
When I started working there with Ryan, that segment was already airing, so I don't really know the
history of it.
The history of it, but what I do know is that I feel that our listeners use our show as a way to be able to express themselves, and they see us as a friend. So I think many of these times when these women or these men are going through a situation like that, they just want someone to talk to.
Yeah.
And to feel their pain. I think they use it as the outlet for that, and it's very interesting to see, but it's also very painful. But I think
those are real.
They're real, yeah. So, but for women to share that story, and I think the listeners also see it, and they're like, you know what? They feel compassion and empathy for this woman that they've never met.
Oh, I'm hoping I get the phone call, because I'll be like, oh, Susie Nahara, of course. I adore Susie. She's the most wonderful woman in the world. I keep going on.
Right.
It's like, you're definitely gonna have a great time tonight.
Right.
But how many people have heard Ryan's Roses? But you still catch people that have never heard the show.
We still do. We still get a lot of men that don't know about the segment, don't know about the show, and they like to come on the show.
Is there one where you just know this is what was the worst one you heard and you're like, I can't do this happening? Because the one the other week was pretty bad.
Last week we had a husband who purchased a Coach bag in Mexico for his other woman.
Yeah.
It's like, how did he end up in Mexico?
Sancho.
Yeah, it's like, and he had asked the wife, I have this other woman in my life. I want you to accept that.
Wow. Because he said he had needs.
Yeah, because he said he had needs.
Yeah, I'm sure the wife says I have needs too.
But nothing surprises us anymore. I think we're at the point where we've heard it all.
Yeah, so it doesn't surprise
It doesn't surprise me, no.
you. Do you ever hope that has there been a really good story that came out?
Yeah, there's many ones. A few years ago there was one where the wife thought the husband was cheating. I don't remember the name. And he wasn't coming home. Well, it turns out that he got a second job to be able to pay for their daughter's quinceañera. Yeah.
That's a great story.
That was a great story.
That's
So
a-
we get those. We do
Okay.
get those stories.
I'm glad that story came out. You know, I'm gonna use that story if you call me up. I'll be
Right.
like, you know, I'm so busy for my daughter's quinceañera.
I need to get a second job. Yeah.
Could you send some flowers to Susie? I'll do that one. Now but you've done even more. I mean, you got this makeup line when you did this Selena Mac products. Were you surprised at how successful that was?
Oh, I was really surprised because one, I didn't expect them. I